08034, 8,034 miles. Actually, I don't know how many miles it has been. I'm thinking it has been around 5,000 miles. I'm not really sure since I've put the engine in this. And I thought I would go ahead and make a little update. It's kind of dirty, actually. I had a coolant leak, but I think I fixed it. And I just haven't cleaned that up yet. I think it was leaking out of the small hose. I think that's where it was actually leaking from. Oil consumption. So far I haven't really noticed it, or I've checked it 3 or 4 times. And I have not noticed any kind of oil consumption as beyond normal. Power. It's broke in quite a bit, and as I figured it would, as it broke in, it would gain horsepower. And it actually runs a little stronger now than it did. All the wires are still holding together. All of this is still holding together. And right now it's due for an oil change. I just haven't had time to do it. But you can see, oil is a little bit dirty. I don't have a rag at hand to wipe that off with. No leaks. I probably should have went back and checked these manifold bolts again, but I haven't noticed any exhaust leaks. You can see all the nuts are stainless steel. They still shine like they're new. I had to add some power steering fluid to it the other day, which it actually has a leak. Another project is I'm going to order a radiator for it. I think it's a little under-radiatored, I should say. It wants to get a little bit warmer than I want it to. It's not really that big of a deal. Of course, the air conditioning works. Let's go ahead and start it up. One thing that you will notice is there will be a slight difference in the cam. As the cam broke in, it kind of developed its own little distinct sound to it. It sounds good. It doesn't have this. It was a little smoother at first, but now you can tell that it has a small cam in it. Let's go ahead and start it up. We don't need air conditioning. The exhaust sounds good. I still haven't made it to the muffler shop to get exhaust put on it yet. Hopefully that comes in the next few weeks. And of course it's idled down. So you can tell by the exhaust tone that the cam has a little bit more of a distinct tone to it than it did as when I built the engine at first. I'm going to hop in it and I'm going to put it in gear. It sounds a little, you can hear it a little bit better when it's actually in gear. performance-wise, I'm really impressed with it. I've been really happy with how it turned out. It runs great. Power is right up to right where I thought it would be. I was hoping it would at least run as good as the 302 that was in it previously, and it does. That cam just made a big difference. Standard bore, whereas the other one was a 40 over with flat tops. This is a standard bore. Yeah, it's standard bore with a dish piston, but cylinder volume is about the same as it was, so I didn't really gain or lose any compression between the two. And we're sitting here with the AC running on it. It doesn't even phase the engine at all. Of course, these FS6 compressors are pretty efficient anyway. They're a tough compressor, what I found out about them. But as far as satisfaction goes, I couldn't be any happier with it. It's a great running engine, great running truck. Like I said, it doesn't use any oil that I know of, and I've only had to work on one small oil leak. Like I said, and it's due for an oil change, so I'll be doing that here in the next couple of weeks also.